John Podesta tell them to all go home. And if you ask me, as I've stated here, there was a big slap in the face to all those people who worked for her for so hard, supported her, hands down. People were weeping in that crowd, and she turned their back on them. Well, now they say there are a bunch of rumors why she didn't go, like she was crying at home or she was planning how to cheat the election. Well, radio host Todd Kincannon from the Kincannon Show said that he actually spoke with a CNN reporter who was with her on election night. And now the real reason Hillary disappeared was because she was in a drunken rampage. Okay, they write here she was not just a regular drunk. According to the report, she was actually being physically violent towards Robbie Mook and John Podesta, who she blamed for losing. So Hillary gets violently drunk and starts attacking her staff physically. Now, the CNN reporter, they state, it says here, CNN reporter tells me Hillary became physically violent towards Robbie Mook and John Podesta around midnight. They state she had to be briefly restrained. Okay, that is actually a tweet from the Kincannon Show. They say here that Kincannon also said the attacks got so bad that her doctor had to step in and add sedatives to her alcohol just to calm her down. Wow. So she's like on double downers now. They write, I posted about that too, she was in a psychotic, drunken rage. According to the reporter, the doctor added sedatives to the mix. Now they state here, in case you were wondering why CNN would have avoided the massive story, Kincannon covered that too. He says, according to him, CNN told the reporter to trash the story entirely to protect her. Now that's pretty easy to believe, simply because we know CNN has been covering and protecting Hillary Clinton and supporting her for the duration of the election. They say here the CNN reporter didn't fail to report it. His editors will not let him. CNN has banned all Hillary in the bunker stories. So that's their term for, her epic failure. Where did she go? Nobody knows. Well, now the truth is coming out, and it always is. It's always after the fact, right? The stories start to leak that she was a raging, violent drunk. And if you've seen the stories, you've heard how she can get. She berates people in public, berates the Secret Service. Even her own her State Department officers refuse to have the detail attached to her. They would let the new guys have it. They laughed at her when she fell down the stairs and broke her arm. They didn't care for her because she was so evil and so cruel to the people around her. So this behavior matches the known behavior of Hillary Clinton. And of course, you couple that with the known evidence that she's a drunk, and you have a perfect storm. Of course, her epic failure with her campaign, pointing fingers and all the things that go along with that. So they write, this is according to the report here. Now, without video evidence, it is hard to say just how bad that it really was. Still, this is not the first report we've heard about Hillary Clinton's drinking or rage problems. So, there you have it, my friends. She wasn't just crying. She probably was crying, though. I mean, I would believe she was also crying. There are other reports of that. But the fact that she realized early on things were getting bad, she started to have a couple drinks to calm herself down, and it just got out of control. There are other reports, as we've reported here, that her campaign staff were actually popping champagne earlier in the day with this, foregone conclusion that they were going to win. And of course, the rest is history. What are your thoughts about this new revelation about Hillary Clinton getting violently drunk, being sedated? I mean, I really have to believe it. And the reason is because any other politician would come forward and give a concession speech. But the fact that she was so inebriated and sedated actually makes sense. Unless they were completely unprepared, which they probably were. So what are your thoughts? Comment below. Subscribe for updates. When you do subscribe, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, you'll get notified on your smart device, your mobile device, your email, and then you'll be the first person in your social circle to be able to break the news to your friends. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.
You possess the power to impact the global narrative. Please, share this report. And, remember, for a limited time only, this 999 pure silver piece of history can be yours when you visit Trump.us. And, to get more videos like this, become the Next News subscriber by clicking the link below. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.
Many universal truths that you can just take to the bank. The sky is blue, the grass is green, water is wet, and politicians lie. And of course, Hillary Clinton is no exception. We know this lady is absolutely mentally insane. And she lies about virtually everything. But is she also physically sick? As the presidential campaign enters its final stages, probing questions have emerged about the health condition of Hillary Clinton. Hillary's bizarre, erratic behavior on the campaign trail, culminating with last week's perplexing short-circuit comment, has left many wondering whether she's seriously ill.
What I told the FBI, which he said was truthful, is consistent with what I have said publicly. So I may have short-circuited, and for that, I will try to clarify.
Hillary has at multiple times had convulsions that appear to be seizures on camera, including a series of seemingly inexplicable coughing fits.
This is what happens is you get the...
Yes.
Well, you know what? I won't hold you on here any longer because you probably could use some water there. Hillary Clinton live from New York.
I talk way too much. I don't think so. There is a lot of oppression against women that we have to address. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
This frequently referenced video alleging that Hillary may have seizure-like conditions emerged several weeks ago and has so far failed to lead to a conclusive explanation whether Hillary may have ongoing health problems and potential residual after effects from a blood clot in her brain sustained 3 years ago. Recalling in January 2013, CNN reported that then Secretary of State Clinton was treated with blood clot thinners at a New York hospital to help dissolve a blood clot in her head. Back then, doctors were confident she would make a full recovery. Her spokesman, Philip Raines, said, Clinton was admitted to New York Presbyterian Hospital on Sunday due to the clot that was discovered during a follow-up exam related to a concussion she suffered this month. Her doctor said in a statement, the clot was located in the vein between the brain and the skull behind Clinton's right ear and did not result in any stroke or neurological damage. Going further back in 2005, then Senator Hillary fainted during a speech in Buffalo, New York, where she received medical attention on site. According to her staff, the room was cleared and Clinton immediately received medical attention from, among others, a doctor who attended the event. And so, questions about Hillary's health remain, especially after photos emerged over the weekend showing an uneasy Hillary trying to climb the stairs. This has led to further speculation about the identity of a man allegedly part of her Secret Service, who some have dubbed as her handler, and a person who's supposedly her personal doctor. Some say this is a picture of Hillary and her handler before he joined the Secret Service. We saw this guy during Hillary's recent freeze-out. In this video, Hillary's handler always appears to be ready to reassure Hillary, moving Secret Service agents out of the way and urging her to keep talking.
You okay? Keep talking, you handle it, we're not going anywhere.
Okay, here we are.
Okay, we'll keep talking.
Further adding to the mystery, and even mainstream media has picked up on this, there's an unconfirmed report that this so-called handler appears to be carrying a diazepam pen. The device in question is a diazepam auto-injector pen, and it's used for acute, repetitive seizures. So what do you guys think? We all know Hillary is crazy. She's a statist. She's completely involved in the Trilateral Commission and the Council on Foreign Relations. And she has a wonderful relationship with the New World Order United Nations. But how about her health? Do you think she's physically fit enough to act as America's next puppet president?